Welcome, aftermarket business owners and fellow technicians. Who can remember the local grocery store on the corner when we were growing up? That is, depending on your age, of course. But I sure can remember all the local hardwares we used to have. Where have they all gone? What about the independently owned service stations where we actually drove in and got served, and we actually had our under the bonnet and tyres checked and drove out with a clean windscreen? Well, what has happened? The big corporations have taken over, and the small guys have suffered a painful death. Our car manufacturers are big corporations, and they have us in our target. And if we do not act now, we will also be a sad statistic of the past. It is not rocket science to see that our industry has dramatically changed. To say it cannot get any worse is to live in denial. To say that we do not need the dealer-level OEM training, tooling, TSB, that is, technical service bulletins, or a dealer-level of vehicle data and software is to say, what planet do you come from? Well, for me to discover that Richard Dudley, the Chief Executive Officer of the MTAA, Motor Traders Association of Australia, has blatantly told all parties at the recent sitting of the Heads of Agreement Steering Committee that our aftermarket industry has as much information as we need. This makes me see red. Richard has stated that out of the 160 complaints they received, only one fitted their criteria to be counted as a real complaint. Can you believe the arrogance of this? You who are watching this, your complaint was a real complaint to you, but according to Richard Dudley, it was not counted. One has to wonder how one is going to meet the MTAA's criteria. Well, if I look at the list of complaints I submitted to the MTAQ and seeing the reply I received telling me that my complaints did not meet their criteria, one has to think that the MTAA were never going to be on our side. I do believe our MTAQ, that's the EAD, the Automotive Engineers Division, has gone through some changes and may be a little more considerate to our needs. So I urge you, if you are a member, please write to your MTAQ and show them that you need their support in this matter. Let them know that you're not happy with the current Voluntary Code of Practice of vehicle data sharing. Tell them that you want the AED division to campaign to the federal government that the government mandate the sharing of OEM vehicle data to the aftermarket, the same level that America and Europe have today. Of course, we do not expect this service for free, but we do expect to pay a fair market value for this information. Now, the AAA, that is the Australian Automotive Aftermarket Association, has never needed our help like they do now. We all need to make it our business to contact our local federal members, and we need to be persistent. Wouldn't it be so cool if every member of Parliament was to receive a letter from every aftermarket repairer that was in his or her electorate? But what would be even better is if we were to set up meetings with your MP and have your MP invited to visit your workshop. And if you were to invite a few other repairers from your electorate to join you, and your message can be reinforced by those attending the meetings. I know the AAA will support you. They will give you the information you need. I also know, if humanly possible, they will send a representative to join you at your MP's meeting. Also ask your MTA representative if he's supportive to this cause, and have him come too. Please understand, to get to this point, you will have to be persistent. I had to send my MP, Wayne Swan, 3 emails, 1 posted letter and 3 phone calls before I got a meeting at my workplace. His staff offered for me to come to his office, but I suggested I'd rather have him come to my workplace. Remember, your politician are your elected representative, and it is his duty to serve us. Guys, thank you for listening to me. I do hope I've encouraged you and that you would contact your local member if you haven't already. I thank you for all those that have contacted their members. And I do feel passionate that our industry needs our support at this moment. The AAA are asking for us to do our part, and our part is just to contact our members and where possible to set up a meeting. So thank you for listening.